Welcome to episode 1 of the series God's Chosen People. It is my honor to guide you through a truly remarkable subject today. We are going to look closely at the divine arrangement regarding the choice of the Jewish people and how faith has been the absolute foundation of Jewish character throughout their experiences. Consider for a moment a nation of 8 million people. After 18 centuries of absence from their fatherland, yet they did not disappear, nor have they been crushed. Why did this single race endure through bloody seas of persecution? How did they retain a pulsing hope for a homeland? And what sustained this irrepressible courage? If we marvel at this extraordinary patriotism, it merely proves we do not yet comprehend the sentiment that has influenced the seed of Abraham for over 38 centuries. In the last century, the world has witnessed the rejuvenation of that ancient hope. For a long time, the land of Palestine was barren and ignored, but now there is a physical rejuvenation of the land, driven by an observable increase in rainfall and agricultural renewal. Initially, prominent rabbis and prosperous leadership viewed Zionism as foolish, championing America as the ultimate promised land, while the movement only appealed to the poorer classes. But today, there is an undeniable shift. A universal, irrepressible heart longing is pulsating through the entire nation, and even secular journals now require dedicated Zionist departments. To understand them, we must look at their history. Historically, the Gentile world resented Jewish claims of divine favor, leading to disdain and persecution. Cut off from social intercourse and forbidden to own or till land, they were crowded into distinctly marked quarters. Driven by a natural, persevering energy, they channeled their ambition into commerce, learning to cope in a competitive rather than fraternal spirit. Today, they hold lofty positions in banking, merchandising, and literature, and are overly represented as a people in nearly every profession. Yet despite this massive achievement, a distinct social chasm remains between the Jew and their Gentile neighbor. This unbreakable national character was literally forged in the crucible of exile. Originally isolated from other nationalities by divine command and religious conviction, they faced Gentile ostracism, restricted land ownership, and forced segregation. This forced them to redirect their energy into surviving via commercial ascendancy and financial influence, which in turn widened the gulf separating them from the super-commercial sentiments of their neighbors. How do we interpret this evidence? The secular Gentile view simply sees Jewish survival as a historical anomaly, attributing their success purely to commercial instincts and viewing the social chasm as a permanent racial divide. But the Scriptural view is entirely different. It views their survival as active divine preservation. The student recognizes, as taught in the Bible, that their courage is fueled by an irrepressible hope, and understands the past 18 centuries of exile not as an accident, but as a specific phase within a much larger divine purpose. The relationship between the Jewish people, the land of Palestine, and the Bible constitutes profound proof that God exists and operates through a methodical plan. Why is this not universally understood? Because the Scriptures were never intended to be understood by the world at large. Rather, creeds and traditions have historically blinded many. The key is found in Psalm 25:14. The secret of the Lord is with them that reverence him, and he will show them his covenant. The very foundation of Israel's hope, the motive power of their energy, and the source of their perseverance is a single promise. It was made to an illustrious ancestor, the friend of God, after being approved by profound tests of obedience, loyalty, and faith. God declared in Genesis 22:18, "In thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed." This conviction that God is specifically interested in them as a channel of favor to the world is the absolute secret to their survival. We can view this divine plan as an expanding channel of favor. It began with Abraham, passed down to Isaac and Jacob, where the lineage was confirmed, and then rested upon the nation of Israel. The name Israel signifies a prince, influential with God, showing that the blessing passed to the entire chosen people. Ultimately, the eventual target of this blessing is all the families of the earth. God secured this promise in the most remarkable manner possible. Since he could swear by none greater, he swore by himself. In Genesis 22:16 through 18, he says, "By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, I will exceedingly multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, because thou, Abraham, hast obeyed my voice." A faith in this unbreakable oath-bound covenant that has persisted so strongly for these nearly 38 centuries must challenge the admiration of even their greatest enemies. So how do we explain the long period of exile? First, natural Israel was in divine favor during the times of the prophets and the covenants, but the past 18 centuries have served as a parenthetical age. This was a period where Israel experienced disfavor and the diaspora. However, this parenthesis had a purpose: the simultaneous spiritual selection from every nation. Now we are witnessing the speedy return of Israel to God's favor, marking the next onward step in the plan of the ages. This coming uplift to divine favor actually marks the millennial epoch promised by the Hebrew prophets and attested by the apostles. As the apostle Peter powerfully preached in Acts 3, verses 19 through 21, "Times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord, the times of restitution of all things which God hath spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began." Jewish restoration is simply the first item of this magnificent earthly blessing. When we look at the world today, we are seeing the convergence of history, the land's agricultural rejuvenation, the people's resilience and commercial mastery over 38 centuries, and the scriptural blueprint of the 18th century parentheses are coming together. These are not three separate historical phenomena. They are three distinct expressions of one single reality. The Creator is honoring his word and his active oath to Abraham. The coming blessings will be abundant for all mankind, for the mystery of God is finishing. The plan that required the isolation, the discipline, and the preservation of one nation is rapidly approaching its climax, for the Jew first and ultimately for the whole world. The Apostle Paul makes this absolutely clear in Romans 11:2 and 29. "God hath not cast away his people whom he foreknew, for the gifts and calling of God are without repentance." As Bible students, we are not just watching a changing political landscape, we are witnessing the living, breathing fulfillment of the greatest promise ever made. Thank you for watching. Would you like to know more? Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this with your friends. And may God bless you.